Hello guys, welcome to my new video. And in this video I'm going to do a short review of the phone Infinix S5, which is recently launched in Flipkart. And here I'm going to discuss about the pros and cons, that is the advantages and disadvantages of this phone, which I faced in couple of days after this phone's purchase. I just bought this phone for rupees 8099 in Flipkart in Great Indian Festival. This phone is Quasar Kyan color and its specifications are 4GB RAM and 64GB ROM with Helio P22 processor, and it has a 6.6-inch display, that is HD IPS display with narrow bezels, and with it comes with 20:9 aspect ratio, and it weighs around 178 grams. This phone can be expandable. I mean, the memory can be expandable up to 256 GB of storage, since it is coming with a dedicated memory card slot. So you can insert a 256 GB memory card slot as well. And guys, now let's discuss about the cons of this phone, which I faced for the last couple of days. That is the disadvantages of this phone. So number one is we cannot able to switch to auto brightness uh, auto brightness for the display, because there is no light sensor present in this phone, so we cannot able to switch to auto brightness. So only we can do is we can adjust the brightness manually in the notification bar. On the second disadvantage which I faced is the body is plastic, so there is a risk factor anytime. So I recommend you to put a case which is present inside the box itself, or else you can buy a premium case if you want, and then protect your cell phone's body from damage. So there is a risk factor because of this plastic body. And the third disadvantage which I felt was this is the major disadvantage which disappointed me, that is the back camera quality. Since it is a quad cam setup, I purchased this phone because only of this quad cam setup in the mobile, but it disappointed me a lot because there is no macro shots. That is actually it is a fake symbol which is given. Actually the macro shot, that is the 2 megapixel sensor doesn't work at all. Actually the 16 megapixel, the huge camera itself does all the jobs for me. Actually I have to explain the specification which is present for the quad cam setup. That is there is one 16 megapixel camera with f number 1.8, and then 5 megapixel wide and super macro depth sensor, that is the 5 megapixel lens, and then 2 megapixel depth sensor, and then 2 megapixel low light sensor. So this is the quad cam setup, but the quad cam doesn't perform altogether. Only the 16 megapixel, the main camera, only performs better, and then the wide 5 megapixel is pretty okay, but the macro is worst. It is nothing. Actually the 16 megapixel itself does the work of that macro. So that is the third disadvantage which I felt. And also I want to add that the pixels are breaking. I mean, if you zoom in, the pixels are breaking if you take the photo in the normal lighting condition, and then if you take the picture in the natural sunlight, I feel the picture is much better when compared to a normal lighting condition. So in natural sunlight I'm satisfied. And the fourth disadvantage which I faced is the charging. The charging takes longer than 3 hours, 3.5 hours. So it is a little bit longer period when comparing to my previous phone itself. So I felt this is a little bit disadvantage for me, but comparing to the price point of 8000, so I can tolerate this. And the fifth disadvantage which I faced was the heating. Actually I was capturing some pictures with my camera for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, and the phone got heated up a lot. And it gives a warning symbol also. The phone got heated up, cooled down, like that. Some symbols are, and the symbols got popped up in my notification panel. So there's a big heating issue in this phone, so hope Infinix will be fixing these issue in the software updates. So let's see. So these are the disadvantages which I faced in this phone, but comparing to this price point of 8,000, I can tolerate everything. So that is what I can compromise it. So let's talk about the advantages now. And the first advantage which I want to talk about is the sound. The sound is fantastic. The speakers are good. Actually, it has a direct surround sound technology, so that the sound quality is ultimate, I would say, in this phone. For this price point, this is ultimate. And the second big advantage in this phone is the full display. So here you'll be having 6.6 inches HD screen. So also you can watch the videos in a full 6.6 inches screen, and also the screen is awesome. I would say in this price point for this 8,000, the screen is ultimate. Also the software performs very smoothly, so that there's no lag I have faced. Also you can enjoy this display. So I'll be giving a full marks for this display. Even in a brighter environment under the direct sunlight also, you can able to see the display very clearly and very crisply in this phone. I'm very much satisfied with the smooth performance of this entire operating system. The third advantage in this phone is the battery backup. The battery backup is around 1 day for normal usage, and if you play games and watch videos continuously, the battery backup will reduce further. But for normal usage, 1 day. And the fourth big advantage in this phone is the 32 megapixel front facing punch hole camera. So the punch hole camera performs absolutely fantastic. I'm very much impressed in the front facing camera, that is the punch hole camera. The front facing camera has lot of features in it, and it overrides the back quad cam setup. So if you want to buy this phone for the camera oriented thing, don't go for that quad cam setup. That quad cam setup is totally a failure. Don't go for that. When compared to that quad cam setup, the front facing camera absolutely performs great. The camera has many options like AI 3D face beauty, wide selfie, and more options. So we can play with that artificial intelligent masks. So the kids will be liking this. The same options are available in the back quad cam setup also, but the front camera is stunning. And the fourth and final advantage of this phone is the phone has quad LED flash, and the front camera has a screen flash, but the back camera has quad LED flash, and also you can use it as a flashlight, so that it gives a very brighter light. And you can see in the screen that I'm switching on the flash. So this is like 2 LED lights will be glowing, and here it is 4, and now it is switched off again. So you can see that the phone reaches 40 degree. So this is notification thing which is shown. So here I'm pressing the cool button, so it is just showing animation like scanning the CPU, and it is cooling down. So I don't know whether it is really scanning and it is cooling down. So so there is an heating issue in this phone, so be careful before purchasing it. So thank you for watching, guys. And if you like this video, just hit the like button, and if you want to share it with your friends, feel free to share. And if you didn't subscribe the channel yet, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.